What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be working on the Honda again. We're going to try to get this thing driving at least around in the front yard or the backyard. We're starting off in the garage because it is pretty cold outside. It is 46 degrees.
Cold.
It's cold for us. So we talked to Jeff Rayom. I think that's how you say his name. He used to race Hondas back in the day. He came by to help us out. We really appreciate your help.
That guy seemed to know a lot of stuff. He used to race. He gave us a Honda book.
And I do have some footage when he came by and helped us check the timing. He's telling us that he does believe we do have the timing correct, and I will insert that footage in the video.
Well, we have the timing belt on correct. But he also did say that we could just take the top of the carburetor off and look down inside of it, clean out the jets, and then the distributor didn't seem right to him. So he might take out the distributor and see what's going on with that.
You're saying that maybe it's not advancing?
Yeah, it might be stuck.
And we have a carburetor rebuild kit, condenser, and I think that's just about all we need for at the moment, at least.
In the other video, I made a mistake and called the core support a cowl. I don't know, brain fart. But when I was saying that the car had front end damage, I meant the cowl might be, the core support might be slightly damaged. That's why the hood and the fenders don't line up. But we're probably going to take all that apart, take the front fenders off, take the hood off, and see really what's going on underneath there. Maybe it's just a matter of adjusting everything. We're not 100% sure.
What's your last name? Rayom. Crazy French name.
Rayom?
Rayom. Yeah.
Jeff Rayom.
Yeah. Pin that you're supposed to line stuff up with.
I did order a rebuild kit for this. I just got it yesterday.
In the old days.
I'm hoping it's the right one.
In the old days, when things were newer, you could just take the screws out, kind of tap it a little bit, and the gasket would stay in place. And I used to just like fold it back.
Okay.
And then there's the primary and secondary main jets are behind here, and there's a jet behind here also. And then behind the bracket in the front, there's an idle mixture screw for the pre-chamber, and then down in the back there's a mixture screw for the main part of the carburetor.
I see it right there.
Yeah.
Tiny little guy.
Turn them in. Well, you can overhaul the thing on the car. You don't have to take it off.
That's even better.
And you just get some carb cleaner and spray it through the jets. The air jets are up here. And you take when you take there's the screw. There's a little washer and an O-ring. They may have dried out.
Is it? This is the accelerator pump, I'm assuming. I see something. Yes. I think when we put gas in it, it just starts pouring out of that.
Similar to the later ones. I think the top gasket might be different.
I think
it's been a while.
I think this car even came with another carburetor sitting in there.
Oh, cool.
So
same thing.
I think it is, but it looks identical.
Like in '76, they put a solenoid on here to shut the fuel off when you turn the key off the primary main. The later ones had one over here too, and a bellows that went to the air jets to adjust the amount of fuel going through the air jets for altitude and atmospheric pressure, and it just got more and more complicated. But it's basically the same carburetor. That's weird.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, God, this guy's telling me where it is, and I can't find it. I'm a big dum-dum.
No, maybe it's the 75 head. It doesn't because it's cast into the head. There's an arrow, big old arrow.
Right.
So it's possible this one lines up straight up.
Look, I just touched it. It's broken.
It's recording. Did you get? I hope I got that part.
Look at. Somebody messed it up. When I went to touch that thing, it just broke. The head of this bolt broke off. There's the little washer. So somebody now we got a broken stud in the carburetor that we didn't even touch. All I did was touch it because I noticed it was messed up. It just broke off right in my hand.
That's a great way to start.
Yeah, right there. Oh, weird. Show inside there. Because there's a screw in each one of those holes right there.
Yeah, they can see it.
So I'm gonna try and unscrew the top of this and let's see what happens. Oh, that was weird. Now we have to take that stud out of there. Luckily it broke off at the top. We should be able to grab it with some pliers and vice grips and probably get it to come out. Let's just see if we can take the top of this off. This thing, the hose got to come off here. Okay. There's a little thing here. We got to take this key off over here. Let's see where it ends up now. Is it dirty in there?
Yeah, there's a lot of dirt in here.
Oh yeah, look at all that.
How's the bottom of it look?
Wow, look at those floats. 2 individual floats. That part don't look so bad.
There's not even any gas in there at all.
No, what happened to all the gas we put in?
Yeah.
It evaporated. It leaked out.
Okay. Let's go. So this is that broken bolt where the head of it was broken off. Oh, there you go.
Oh, we're being lucky. Lucky we got a spare carburetor with this car.
Don't want to focus. Maybe right there a little bit. Don't look too bad. That's just the first one. So I took out this one right here. There's another little one inside there. Then there's these 2 here. And it looks like there's another one here. Is that it or what?
No?
Just
that one?
Just that one.
Yeah. But we need to do all the big ones first, then we'll do the 2 little ones.
And we're gonna blow it out with compressor too. We have the air compressor hooked up so we can blow some air through there.
Okay, look through that one. This thing come out.
This one don't look too bad either. So I'm gonna grab the thing here.
Oh, there he's coming out. Look at him. Get that on video, the big spider. Yeah, we're not too happy with the spider. We're gonna try and
There he goes.
zap that guy.
All right, so here's the one from the middle of the carburetor.
Spray some stuff in there.
Kind of see right there. You see my finger through there?
Is it clear?
Doesn't look too bad.
Bad boy. Oh, look at that. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, here.
peek through it, but
Looks dirty to me.
looks dirty to
Yeah.
us. So just off camera, we are spraying these things out with carburetor cleaner so we can make sure that they're clean. Never seen a jet like this before. So we were having a really hard time getting the accelerator pump off because it goes right here. This is an accelerator pump. Then there's 3 screws, and this back one was really tight or rusted or
It's hard to get to.
yeah,
And then,
we ruined the screw.
well, that's good, but we took it out because it's damaged here. It's cracked, so it's definitely been eaten up.
Because this thing was leaking a lot of gas from right there, pouring out.
We have a brand new one. Is it filming now?
Yeah. There it is.
Fits on there?
Yeah, perfect.
There it is. We need a new screw. You can put it.
Just finished getting the carburetor all put back together, and we're gonna try to get it to run. We're gonna see what it does. We do think that the weights are frozen in the distributor,
Yeah, we think
right?
the distributor weights are frozen. When you take the rotor and you try to turn it, it's solid. It doesn't want to like have that little bit of give, as if the weights were opening and closing. It's very tight. You can't turn it. So we think the weights are frozen in the distributor.
But now the carburetor is a lot cleaner than it was before, and I think we're gonna try it out and see what it does.
Not to mention on the distributor, it has the advance mark here and back here on the distributor. They're both. It's adjustable here for timing and adjustable back here for timing. Well, somebody fully maxed both of them out. Probably they don't know that the distributor was messed up, so they just kept advancing it. We're assuming. So we're going to try to mess with that a little bit too before we decide to
Take it
tear
out,
the whole
right?
distributor apart.
Seems to be better right off the bat, honestly.
Let's see.
Pour some more gas down in there.
Well, I want to know if it's gas in the carburetor.
Can you see a squirt?
Let me go on your side and look. You don't have to put any more in there. Just hold it up. It's weird. Pour a little bit of gas in there. Put that bottle down over there, John.
No. Time is still.
No, it wants to run.
All right. Well, we weren't planning on taking out the distributor, but when I was unloosening the nut that goes here
The screw.
so I can put the new condenser on. The nut on the inside fell inside the distributor and we can't get it out. So we're gonna take it off.
We don't have a magnet. We don't have a magnet small enough to fit down in there and pull that nut out. So I guess that means we have to take the distributor out now.
Yeah, so then that'll give us a chance to work on the weights. We'll do something with it. we'll rub some dirt in it, you know, make it work a little better.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is now.
Okay, so we got the distributor taken apart. We got the little nut out of the inside the distributor. Took it all apart. The weights, they're very much gummed up. They don't really move very easy. So I disconnected the springs so we can get this thing open when it wants to open. And there it goes. Pretty tight. We're gonna get this thing all cleaned up. And this is the inside of the distributor. Ready to get that all cleaned up and put back together. See what happens. Well, we took the distributor out. Now we're going to attempt to put it back in. Found the nut that fell through the inside of it. Cleaned it all up. It was gummed up pretty bad. Took it completely apart and reassembled the whole thing. Cleaned it out the best we could. Now we're going to put it back in the motor. See how that goes.
Alright guys, so this is going to be the end of the video. We had a hard time getting this thing to run. I wanted to get it to run under its own power, but it didn't end up working that way. We got the distributor taken apart, cleaned up, put back together, put back in. And we got the carburetor taken apart, cleaned up, and we put that back together.
We think that there's fuel in the float bowl, but it doesn't seem to pump into the carburetor for some reason. I don't know if it needs to be under pressure, but when you look down the barrel, there's no fuel in there.
Yeah, when you pump the gas, it's not squirting anything out of the squirters.
Good thing is it's not leaking like it used to, because the old accelerator pump piece was ripped up and it was bad. And then we put a new condenser on the distributor, and it didn't seem to want to fire. So we put the old one back on and it wanted to fire. So it's getting late though. It's really windy out here where we live at right now. And we need to get some stuff cleaned up and pushed around. So we're gonna get back on it and we'll let you know what happens.
Leave a comment if you have anything to say, because we seem to be having some trouble with it. We're gonna try to order one of those.
Anybody know a good carburetor rebuilding guy? Just in case we're doing it wrong.
And we're gonna try to order one of those cheap inline fuel pumps for like $10. It does like 3 to 6 psi, which is more than enough for the carburetor. See if we can get one of those and maybe it'll help it. But thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.